Today brings to mind a reading that I came across by the American author Robert Fulghum. And I think it reflects a lot about what marriage and the anticipation leading up to that special day is about. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks, but all those sentences that began with "when we're married" and continued with "I will" and "you will" and "we will." Those late night talks that included "someday" and "somehow" and "maybe," and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make today are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant every word of it. Look at one another now and remember this moment in time. Before this time, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. You have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that will take you across a new threshold of life. And things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, this is my wife." We come together not to mark the start of your relationship, but to recognize the bond that already exists between the two of you. Throughout history, what people have found that is essential for a strong and lasting relationship is that it be founded on what we call love. But we hear all kinds of definitions of what love is on TV, on the internet, in books, and even those old-fashioned newspapers. So for the definition of what I'm talking about, I'd like to share these words with you. Love is a friendship that has caught fire. It is quiet understanding, mutual confidence, sharing, and forgiving. It is loyalty through good and through bad. It settles for less than perfection and makes allowances for human weaknesses. Love is content with the present. It hopes for the future, and it doesn't brood over the past. It is the day in and day out chronicles of irritations, problems, compromises, small disappointments, big victories, and working toward common goals. If you have love in your life, it can make up for a great many things that you might lack. If you do not have love in your life, no matter what else there is, it'll never be enough. So search for love, share it, and most of all, enjoy it. Hello everybody, my name is Bill, and I'm here today to help celebrate the marriage of Melinda Jon. This is a very special and happy occasion, and I know that we all join in wishing them the very best that life has to offer in their future together as husband and wife. you've gathered your friends and your family today, but there are also people in your lives who I'm sure could not be here to celebrate with you. We know that we keep them in our minds and our hearts, and they're with us here, certainly in spirit. We also keep in our hearts the people who could not, for whatever reason, travel to get here to be here today, but who we know would wish you well. Now, there's no doubt that you'll be receiving some advice today. Any, let's call them veteran married couples here? No? Everybody's single? Oh, okay. So now you don't have to listen to what anybody else has to say. But I've got some words for you after 37 years of marriage. Let your love be stronger than your anger. Learn the wisdom of compromise, for it is better to bend than to break. Look for the best in your beloved rather than the worst. Confide in your partner and ask for help when you need it. Remember that true friendship is the basis for any lasting relationship. The most important one that I found: give your spouse the same courtesies and kindnesses that you would bestow upon your friends. Say, I love you with your actions, not just your words. Promise not to whine at each other when one of you forgets to take out the trash or pick up your clothes from the ground. I will not venture to guess who does well. Now, at this time, they each have a few words that they'd like to say to one another. I know most of the words that they've exchanged, they probably stepped through and walked through and talked through for multiple hours, but this is your moment here. Who would like to go first?
Well, many of you don't really know me too well, but I'm a man of few words, so I just want to say that almost from the moment I met her, I almost fell in love with her. So I promise to love you and cherish and spend the rest of our lives together.
I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you straightforwardly without space or pride. So I love you because I know no other way that this, for I does not exist, nor you so close that your hand on my chest is my hand. So close that your eyes close as I fall asleep.
At this time, we're going to have a little celebration of Unity Sand. Unity Sand is where they've each selected a color of sand, and it's now in a separate theme. We've got two different colors of sand here. I'm going to take this one. Independently, these are one color. When you blend them together, they become a new color. And so starts your journey together new. But always remember that you can see, if you look closely, the different colors, the independent colors, and the oneness of your own personalities and your own being, and the blending and the process of bringing that all together. So at this time, I'd like to have you, both of you, come together, and at the same time, pour your sand into the larger vessel. I'm going to just hold it up for 1 minute so everybody can see. Got a unique new color and the independent stripes that you can see of the colors that it started out. Your life together forever. At this time, my friend is going to take the rings off the pillow here. The rings that you're about to place on one another have a special and symbolic significance in the wedding ceremony. They are circular, having no beginning and no ending. As such, they symbolize the circle with one another that you form today, with no one part being more important than the other, with all parts being equal and necessary to complete the union and the circle that is to be your marriage. As you take the rings, I would have you remember that to love is to come together from the pathways of your past and to move forward. hand in hand, along the uncharted roads of the future, ready to risk and ready to dream and ready to dare. And always remember that all things are possible with faith, with love for each other, and the willingness to work hard at both. At this time, John, if you would take your ring. John, as you place this ring on Melinda's finger, please repeat after me. I, John, choose you, Melinda, to be my wife.
I, John, choose you, Melinda, to be my wife.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward. In sickness and in health.
Sickness and in health.
And forever pledge you my faith.
Forever pledge you my faith.
With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I thee wed.
Let it ever be to us.
Let it ever be to us.
A symbol of our love.
A symbol of our love.
Melinda, as you place the ring on John's finger, please repeat after me. I, Melinda, choose you, John, to be my husband. To love and to cherish from this day forward. In sickness and in health. And forever pledge you my faith. With this ring I thee wed. Let it ever be to us. Let it ever be to us a symbol of our love. Let nothing come between the love and the friendship. No, this is my line. Let nothing come between the love and the friendship that you pledged to each other today. At this time, I would like to offer our newlyweds this special blessing. We thank you, O God, for the love you have implanted in our hearts. May it always inspire them to be kind in their words, considerate of feelings, and concerned for each other's needs and wishes. Help them to be understanding and forgiving of human weaknesses and failings. Bless this marriage, O God, with peace and happiness, and make their love fruitful for your glory and their joy, both here and in eternity. Inasmuch as you, John, and you, Melinda, have consented together to this union of marriage, and you've pledged your faith to each other, here in my presence, the presence of your family on this transitioning day here, by the authority vested in me as by the state of California, and with this trust of your family and friends, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And now, the part you've been practicing for weeks and weeks and weeks, you may now kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you for the first time the new Mr. and Mrs. Proctor. So I'll give them another round of applause, everybody.
taught me right from my wrongs. Yes, you did. And you took up for me when everyone was down on me. You always did understand. You gave me strength to go on. There was so many times. Yeah. For the food, my soul.